It's like a lot of people. They may, as an artist, do one thing, but as a fan, they're full-on metalheads.
But did you put maybe something else as a counterweight that maybe, yeah, is totally away from music, that helps you maybe putting your mind elsewhere? Is there some other things that you've picked up maybe over the years?
Well, it's interesting, especially for Dave and I, and even Sean, but especially Dave and I, because our children are you know, a little bit younger.
How old are they?
You know. My son is 14 and my daughter's 11, right? So when I come out of the Megadeth bubble, as I call it out here, because that's kind of what it is. You know, we rally around each other, band, crew, security, and we roam the world as our own little bubble, you know, and we, you know, that's kind of just how we travel. So when the train stops and we get off and we go to our respective homes until we get back on the train onto the next tour leg, you know, being at home with my family it gives you perspective, you know. It first of all, it helps you grow up as a person, number one, and it also helps you not take all this so, you can be serious about what you do, but not take yourself so seriously.
But how long does it for you normally take maybe to switch from one world to another?
Oh, it takes a week to get off the road. You can be at your house and still be on the road.
But do your children sort of know what dad is doing?
Yeah, you know what's funny? When my son was born, which was during the Cryptic Writings, the recording of Cryptic Writings, she was born in '96, and man, when I was touring back then, man, it was hard to leave home. You know, it was really hard because you know that you're a professional musician, an entertainer. You go out and you know that that's your job to some degree, and it's what you're put on the earth to do, and you're happy about it. But it's bittersweet because you also have to leave your home life, you know. But now he was really excited, especially when the press release went out about me coming back to Megadeth. He was like, wow, because his friends are starting to listen to Megadeth, Metallica, and you know, modern, you know, Alice in Chains and other modern bands, you know. And so he really got it. So it was cool for me and my son now, for him to be a little bit older, and he sees it and he gets it, and he can really, I think for him he can appreciate it more. So he and I can have more of a kind of a little bit of a hang together on that, you know.
Does he play an instrument actually?
He plays piano a little bit, you know. Both my daughter plays drums, she plays guitar. She's actually pretty good. My daughter's pretty naturally gifted at music and picks it up real easy.
Do you stimulate? I mean, do you play with them sometimes, or do you stimulate?
I do. You know, it's funny. My daughter will play. She'll like, not so much now, but last year would play Guitar Hero, and then would pick up the guitar and figure out these riffs, you know, and like, you know, either like, you know, some Guns N' Roses tune, or you know, even a Metallica song. Quite honestly, she's sitting there playing the one, and so she'd play the Kirk part, and I'd play the James part, or something. You know what I mean? And we'd sit and we'd goof off, and the Megadeth stuff is very difficult to play, quite honestly. It's very hard, you know. And even like, you know, again, maybe an Alice in Chains song or an old Cream song or something, those things are really simple to play. And it's funny because last couple years, I did some things with the Rock and Roll Fantasy Camp, and that really broadened my scope as a player to learning a lot of classic rock songs, a lot of songs that were tunes when I was growing up as a kid. But I'd never played them really, right? So I was hanging with a lot of older guys on that, so that helped open me up. And so now I can sit here and work with my kids on those because my eyes have been opened. You know, even Beatles songs, as simple as they sound, they're pretty complex. The arrangements are complex. The inner workings of the accompaniment, they're not easy tunes, you know.
But do you have, because you had some time beside Megadeth to explore other genres, you played in other bands as well, but do you have the feeling that you sort of covered everything you wanted to try, or is
yeah,
that,
I did a lot, to be honest with you. You know, again, you know, one day...
You did a rap project as well, I think?
Well, I played, the guy Necro.
Yeah,
he played on, he said, he goes, look, Scott Ian's playing on. I said, well, I'd like to actually do something with Scott. That'd be cool. So maybe this is as close as Scott and I will ever get as creating a part. And I just put a bass line down to Scott's guitar riff, you know. But yeah, no, that was cool. I mean, it was nice to have an artist like Necro who opened that door for us to do that. Because believe me, I don't listen to rap music.
But he's a metal fan, I think.
He's a full-on metal fan.
Yeah.
It's like a lot of people. They may, as an artist, do one thing, but as a fan, they're full-on metalheads, you know.
But is it maybe true your children, and now that you rediscover certain music that was popular then when you were young, or maybe popular music that is made nowadays? Is there some things that you find challenging in discovering that?
Well, again, I think it's one of the cool things that like Guitar Hero and Rock Band did, is they brought forth a lot of music from the past that, you know, would have just been regarded maybe as your parents' music or something like that, that now young kids are able to get involved in it, you know? Again, my daughter, you know, playing like a Cream song all the way over to playing a Dragon Force tune, you know?
Do you beat her in the game?
I'm a horrible Guitar Hero guitar player. It's funny, you know, guys that can actually play, I think we have a harder time with trying to press buttons and do the thing, as opposed to just pick. It's easier for us. We can just pick the guitar up and figure the riff out and probably play it for real.